Thanks for staying with us. I'm Bill O'Reilly in the Miller Time segment tonight. As we showed you at the top of the program, Barney Frank got into a dust-up with some anti-Obamacare people, and things got a little nasty.
With all due respect, I see a lot of smart people here in this room. I don't understand how they keep electing you back to Congress. You say that, you want us to trust you with health care.
No, I didn't say that, sir.
Sir,
I didn't say that.
Let me finish my question,
But
please.
quote me correctly. I never said I wanted you to trust me. I guarantee you that.
Well, we're glad. Here now with some thoughts, radio talk show star Dennis Miller. Now, Barney, that was a feisty meeting. A couple of plants in there, a couple of LaRouche people gave him a hard time and stuff like that. What do you say?
Well, you talk about let them eat cake. Barney Frank makes Marie Antoinette look like a storefront lawyer doing pro bono work. That look on his face reads, the ingrates are running the asylum, and he does not dig it. I have to say, though, the people have got to stop showing up on both sides of these things with Hitler sides.
Yeah,
unless somebody has actively croaked 6 million of their fellow human beings, we got to stop throwing this Hitler thing around. It's a bad discard. So when he lit that woman up and said it was like talking to a dining room table, I got to admit, I kind of laughed. Here's my theory on Barney. I think Barney has to feel intellectually superior to people because his more primal limbic self has kind of mortified him over the years. I mean, he finally becomes a U.S. congressman. He falls for the, brawny paper towel kid. He's working a male prostitution ring out of his apartment with Barney's franking privilege. I guess he's a little mortified like that. So when he goes out with the hoi polloi like this, I think he likes to feel intellectually a little superior. And I'll tell you what, he's pretty good at it, man. He made me laugh. It's sort of like Friedrich Nietzsche meets Liberace.
Who's Liberace?
Liberace used to play piano.
No, I know. Who you said he was meeting this? But look, Barney is a guy who has an attitude, and the attitude is he's always right, and if you don't know it, you're an idiot. Now, that's Barney's attitude. I'll repeat it. Barney's always right, and if you don't know it, you're an idiot. Okay? Now, you got to give Barney props for showing up on the Factor at the town meeting. You got to give him props for that, because people like Nancy Pelosi, Barbara Boxer, who we'll talk about in a moment, they never do. All right, so Barney, we give him that. But
he digs it, Billy.
What?
He digs it. He loves the way it is.
He loves the battle. There's no doubt, and he likes the attention. I told Morris that by Barney attacking people, that hurts Obama. That hurts Obama, because people are now associating Barney with Barack.
At this point, I don't think Barney cares about Barack. He's in such a wired district. Barney could literally come dressed in the Barney dinosaur outfit to Congress, and nobody would care. He's going to get voted in. He knows he can throw his weight around. I think he was probably tortured when he was a little kid because he seems to have a bit of a speech thing. They probably mocked him. This is his time to get back, and he throws it around. He's a tough guy with sharp elbows. I got to say, most of the time I don't agree with him, but if you're going to show up with a Nazi side, he's going to cut your legs out, and I understand that.
Okay. Now, the Michael Jackson doctor made a PSA. I'm not going to play it because it's incredibly boring, where he wants to thank all his friends who have supported him, I guess in his quest to give Michael Jackson as much anesthesia as humanly possible and not kill the man. But he made a mistake and he's dead. Now, why would anybody support a doctor who puts supervises an unbelievable narcotics transference into a troubled man? Can you make any sense out of this at all?
All I know is I got to feel some empathy for this guy, because Jackson, what, he go down 2 months ago? This guy's still trying to figure out which box to check on the ethnicity thing on a death certificate. He can't figure out black, white. He doesn't know what's up. All I know is this is probably one patient he wished he hadn't taken on. I'm not sure they're going to charge him with manslaughter.
No, the FoxNews.com says he's going to get charged very, very soon.
I don't know if you charge him with manslaughter or your guess as good as mine slaughter, because this whole case is a mess. And my thing is, I don't even think Michael Jackson committed suicide. I think he murdered himself. The way he led his life 50 is old age. So I don't think you can put it on this guy. You're talking about a kid who lived life in a bubble for the last 40 years. He was going to do exactly what he wanted. Some people went along for the ride. Some people went along for the check. They get caught in the wake of this. But the simple fact is Michael Jackson led about as screwed up a life as a human being can lead, and I'm surprised he made it to 50. That's an ancient mariner for the life he was leading.
I don't disagree with any of that except the fact that I don't cut doctors slack who take $100,000 a month, which is what this guy was allegedly making, to supervise a human being, and then they bring in powerful, dangerous narcotics and administer those narcotics, and then leave the room to make phone calls, and the guy's dead on a slab when they come back. I think that there's culpability there because the guy is a doctor. And you said it. He's along for the check. $100K a month to supervise this crazy guy. Go ahead.
Just let me say this, Billy. As crazy as Michael Jackson was, he would still be alive under Obamacare.
So he'd have, that's right, the panel would have said, it's too expensive to give him the massive amount of narcotics that he's demanding.
You can't give him any more horse tranks this month. We're not paying for it.
Now talk about gallows humor, Miller. I mean, we are disrespecting the dearly departed, and we're going to hell because of it. You are dragging me to hell with you, Miller.
Listen, Michael Jackson turned his life into a Sardi's caricature, not me. I'm here to squeegee up the mess.
All right. Brad Pitt. I don't know why we're talking so much more about Brad Pitt. People seem to like this guy. He wants legalization of marijuana, but then tells Bill Maher that he gave it up because he wants to be a good parent. How are you seeing this?
Count me as somebody who digs Brad Pitt, man. He runs for mayor. I'm down there in a shot to work for him. I think he's a good cat. His business with pot is his business. All I know is this: if you're a parent out there and your plan to keep your kid from smoking pot is to cherry-pick cast members from the remake of Ocean 11 and tell your kids to emulate the ones you like, that's a plan you come up with when you're stoned. That's like me telling my kid not to age backwards because Benjamin Button had caught up to him. Brad Pitt leads his life. All I know is I saw him with Diane Sawyer once in a mud hut going down to Africa to hug for a second time a girl that was dying of AIDS. He went right in and embraced her. I looked, man, that is a fine, fine man there. And he might not believe in God, but the people who see him coming into that mud hut, they believe he's sent by God. I think he's a good man. His business with pot is his business.
Dennis Miller, everybody. In a moment. One of the most shocking public service videos we've ever seen, and a viewer warning. Very gruesome. It concerns people who text and drive. Right